is 870th day to come here to Lessons I Learn. I'm learning. I hope this will support your dreams, your goals, allow you to become the person that you want to become. Today I was reading my old notes and I really find one quote that really resonated with me today for some reason. And is that life never stops teaching you. Life never stops teaching you. But only us decide not to learn anymore. Only us decide never stop learning. So it means life is a part of growing, getting better, change, improve, and transform. But sometimes we choose to stagnate. Sometimes we reach the level and it's like, this is enough. That's it. I'm done. No more learning, no more improving, no more getting better. And I was thinking, why is that? What are the reasons that people say like, no more learning? No more learning for me. I will share like 10 reasons why sometimes people stop learning. And if you are one of those people that I find, okay, this is the reason that I'm not learning, this is the reason that I'm not growing, not improving, maybe I'm able to do something about it, improve, and make sure that I'm growing, improving. Because it doesn't matter what career path you choose, doesn't matter who you want to become. There's always place to improve. Always, always. It doesn't matter who you want to become. Number one is complacency. This is a reason that is probably very, very common reason that people really don't learn anymore. They said, okay, this is what I said, that people really reach this little certain level, maybe the manager in the company, they lead them, they have the office. I said, I'm done. I'm okay with that. I don't need to improve. I think that this is, if you are a manager, you're supposed to be even more excited about learning because you're managing a team, you're managing people, you are responsible for people. You need to be the best of you to make sure that you are able to help not just you to succeed, but other people as well. And I think that's when complacency kicks in. You don't understand the power that if you do some work in 8 hours, if you elevate your skill set, then maybe you're able to do the same work in 6 hours, right? In 8 hours. For me, that really keeps me excited because if I'm doing some work in 8 hours and I'm able to improve, get better, and now I'm able to do 6 hours, that means that I'm able to save 2 hours of my life to do something that potentially could be much more valuable, much more useful and joyful and fulfilling. Maybe I could focus on passion. Maybe I want to make more money, so I will work extra those 2 hours on work and will make much more money, and I'll be able to support my courses that I want. So many different reasons that you're able to say that, okay, what do I want to do with those extra hours? Maybe you want to reduce hours at work, or maybe you want to make more money. So that means complacent is one of the things that really makes you stagnant. And one thing that if you become complacent, at some point, you will be downgraded because life is changing. And if you stagnant, it means that life will go and you will stay here. So like at some point, you will fall back rather than, because staying in the same place is going backwards. You're able to go forward or you're able to go backwards, and there is no other way. You're not able to be stagnant. Number two is fear of failure. And this is probably a little bit more difficult to overcome than complacency because complacency is just a choice. Fear of failure is a little bit more difficult because people could be afraid of learning, could be afraid to create opportunities for them to improve. Because sometimes you need to get out of your comfort zone. You need to be vulnerable. You need to share that you are not know something. You potentially you need to embarrass yourself, like in sports and knowledge and skill sets and a lot of things. That means that fear of failure could be one of the things that hinders your learning because you're just afraid to start. I think that number one thing that we understand that fear of failure will never disappear. The only way to really deal with fear of failure is courage. And how courage is increased? Courage is increased by action. Courage never will be increased by reading a book, meditating, thinking about it. The courage could be increased only through action. And of course, the bigger the courage, fear of failure will be always the same. But you're able to increase or reduce your courage. So the more you increase courage, the easier it will be to really take action and not be afraid of fear of failure. Number three is external pressures. It might be that you're not able to learn as much as you would, is that there is a lot of things that you have responsibilities, maybe family, maybe work, maybe so many different things that external pressures could be legit logistical problem that you need to overcome to make sure that you are able to improve and learn. And a lot of times external pressures could be learning opportunity. Maybe you have external pressures because you didn't have boundaries around it. And you said yes and made commitments to the things that you didn't need to make commitments. And now because you do so many things, it doesn't allow you to grow in your field, in your passions, in your obsessions, and the things that really makes sense for you specifically. So that means that maybe this is a learning opportunity to say, like, what I said yes to that I didn't need to. And it'll work on self-worth, that you potentially could say no and not be afraid to be rejected. Number 4 is lack of motivation. Lack of motivation. And a lot of times people do not have clear purpose or clarity about their life, where they are going, what's the vision, what's the purpose, what's the why. And because of that, now it's very hard to understand what they're supposed to learn. Because if you don't know what you're supposed to learn and for what reason, people really stagnant at one location. I always say that if you do not know where you want to go, you still need to improve something. You still need to grow yourself. You need to choose some kind of skill set and knowledge and wisdom to grow. But of course, we need to really focus on getting that clarity, getting that awareness, who you want to become, what kind of goal, what kind of purpose you want to pursue. Because when you have that purpose, when you have that vision, it's much more easy to understand who you want to become and what kind of learning do you need to do to achieve that. Because, as I said, probably you will lack motivation if you do not know where you want to go. Number 5 is fixed mindset. This is one big thing as well. There is a book by it's fixed mindset, and where it speaks that a lot of times people do not grow because they think that it's given. They are smart or stupid. They're smart or dumb, and then they're not able to get better. But everything in life could improve. Everything could be improved. Everything in life is skill set. Everything. Resilience is a skill set. You're able to improve. Courage is a skill set. You're able to improve. So that means whenever you think about that, okay, I'm lacking of this. I'm not good at this yet. That means I'm able to improve and ask, what could they do? How I could surround myself with people who are very good at what I'm lacking to make sure that I'm able to understand what they do, how they do, and really find a way how I could elevate. So fixed mindset is a big thing. And I think that we are able to understand that if we are fixed mindset, this is again the skill set, understand that you are able to train your mind to see how you're able to grow in multiple areas. Maybe some people are better, growing faster, but this is just the only difference. Some people are growing faster, some are a little bit slower. But it's still, you are able to grow. It doesn't matter how fast or slow. If you really want it, you will invest your time and you will pay the price because you know it's worth it. The end is worth your time. Number 6 is burnout. And this is very, very important as well. I think that a lot of times people think that they are not able to learn or because they are not able to handle stress and they're not able to handle learning and their mind is all over the place. Sometimes people really need to take a break. Sometimes they really need to reflect, go to nature, and really make sure that they're able to have that time for themselves. Because recharge is very important. Imagine that you have a phone and you play with the phone and it finally goes to zero and it turns down. You're not able to play with that phone anymore. What you need to do to really use the best out of that phone. Yeah, you need to charge it. And when you will charge it, will be the best phone again. Like exactly the same with Tesla. Tesla drives 100 kilometers an hour, so like 2.6 seconds. It's a massive power. But if it's charged out, it will never drive at all. It will not drive at all. It will be in one location. So people are exactly the same way. We need to charge ourselves. Because we have massive power. There is a massive power in every single person. And we need to charge that power that we could use to really learn, elevate our lives, and move forward. Number 7 is limited resources. Limited resources. I know that it could be that we have limited resources in time, money, energy. So sometimes if you want to learn, sometimes we need to say, like, what I need to do to increase my resources. So if you don't have energy, so that means maybe going to gym and put energy to get energy will give you energy to learn. Because if you're always barely moving and you don't have energy, of course it's hard to learn and get better, improve. So focusing on really overcome the obstacles and making sure that you do the things necessary to make more money, to get more energy and get more time. So when you overcome those obstacles, and this is again a learning opportunity to get better. Number 8 is negative experiences. That means that maybe you pursued some kind of learning opportunity and you got embarrassed. You failed miserably. I think that one of the biggest things that we always need to learn that in life is that when you failed, you will not fail. you did failed, you did fail, but you are not a failure. I think that this is a big distinction that every single person needs to make, because a lot of times people, when they start to internalize the failure, they decide not to learn again. And they want to really lay low, not to embarrass themselves anymore. But I think that is a huge mistake. So I truly believe, I admire people. I really admire people who really failed and failed and failed and failed again and kept going and then finally succeed. And able to teach more people because they are much more experienced, much more wise. I truly believe that every single person needs to go through that to make sure that they have the skin, tough skin, because I don't want you to follow the leader who never failed. Because if something happens in their life, they will crumble. So every single person needs to experience how to manage their emotions through tough days that they could succeed. Number 9 is overconfidence. That is very common as well. People believe that they know everything. And that's probably something that's even very, very hard to understand it. But people that are overconfident, I think that every single person who understands a lot, because the more you understand, I find that the more I understand about some topic, the more I feel that I don't know anything. Because every single topic has so much more to learn. Because when you have a small circle of knowledge, it seems that it's just small. But when you start making bigger and bigger, the information that you're able to go in which direction is bigger and bigger as well. So I truly believe that overconfidence is one of the biggest things as well that kills the learning opportunities. Because people invest a year, 4 years in learning the skill set, but it's not like based on time, it's based on an infinite time. Because you're always able to improve and get better. And last one, number 10, is limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs. It could be that, oh, I'm too old, I'm too young. There's so many different reasons that people could say that why I'm not learning. I think that that's always is good to ask ourselves, is this belief helping me, serving me, or hurting me? When you realize that, oh, this belief is hurting me, so I need to really find a way how I'm able to replace that. I really go out and find people who have been exactly in the same spot and really made things happen. Now, it could be that you will not find it, and you can usually choose. Maybe you will be the first person who had this situation, this adversity, this setback, this disappointment, and overcame this adversity, and then find this belief. And now you're able to teach other people how to overcome the same limiting belief that you were facing. I think that this is a beautiful, beautiful power, because when you really want to make an impact on people and really overcome your obstacles, is one of the best ways to really help other people to overcome their limiting beliefs as well. So when I think about really learning, well, I think truly believe that every single person needs to reflect and how we are learning now and what areas of our lives are improving, getting better. Because if you said, okay, I'm not improving in some areas of life, and then asking why I'm not improving in those areas and finding the reason, and then because when you are aware of the reasons why you're not growing, now you're able to address it and find a way how you're able to improve, grow faster. Because when you grow fast, you're able to improve your energy, time, money, and really just live a more fulfilled life. Because I truly believe when you're growing, you are much more content. So I hope you choose win, and see you tomorrow.